For today's project, we're going to be working in Gravit, which is a vector graphics program similar to Adobe Illustrator. What's nice about this one is it's free and it works in a web-based app. You can also download it as an app to be installed on your computer. We're going to be using today, I'm going to switch over to the computer view here, a document from Rachael Walker, who is a digital graphic designer who's posted some of her work on Behance.net. Go ahead and make sure that you're following her. I'm going to do that right now. And the specific document that we're going to be using is the third one in her collection right here of vector graphics. So we're going to be looking at this image right here of the Batman logo. So basically what we're going to do is download the file, and we're going to open up in Gravit. So when we open up Gravit, when we launch it, we're going to open from computer. And we're going to be opening up a PNG file. Now, even though a PNG is not a vector graphic, it's a raster pixel-based graphic, we can still open up raster-based graphics in vector graphics programs, but they will still get pixelated. So once it opens up, you'll see it here, our artboard. In vector graphics programs, we call this workspace an artboard, not a canvas. We're going to go to our layers panel, and we're going to lock this because we don't want this to move around, and we're essentially going to treat this like a connected dots. Now you can read all of the directions right here as we zoom in, and it's going to tell you what to do with the pen tool. So we're going to press the letter P on our keyboard. We could also go to the toolbar up at the top. We're going to click one time right here in number 1. We're going to hold the shift key to make a straight line like so, and it's going to sort of connect it automatically. These little dots are called anchor points, and they're connected by paths. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click, and we're not going to let go. So I'm still holding down my left click, and I'm going to drag up to the number 4. And that puts a little curve in the left side of the right ear. And then I'm going to hold the Alt key on my keyboard, and I'm going to drag down to number 5. So what that's going to allow us to do is have a corner in this path. If I don't do that, notice like paths want to be nice and smooth. And so I need to do that separately right here. So I drag it to here to bend the one side, and then I can hold Alt and then drag it down to here to create that corner. All right, so the red little numbers are going to be where you click. The blue ones are going to be where you drag to, like so. We got this nice smooth swooping curve right here. I'm going to click and drag to here. And then the yellow ones, you're going to press Alt first on your keyboard so that you can create a corner instead of a nice smooth curve. I'm going to press the space bar just like in Photopea and Photoshop to pan my document. I'm going to click on 11 and drag down to 12 like so. And then click on 13 and drag these handles off of the anchor points. Hold the Alt key on my keyboard, bring it to 15, and then I'm going to pan over again by holding the space bar so I can sort of switch between the pan tool and the pen tool, and it doesn't disconnect. If you make a mistake, like you click over here, you can always press Control Z to undo, or Command Z if you're on a Mac. And so I'm going to click and drag to set that curve, and then I'm going to click and drag to set that curve. But then again, holding the Alt key to create a corner, and then I got a couple little ones right here. So click and drag right about here, and then Alt, drag again because I want the left side of the curve to be a little bit different than the right, and I'm going to click and drag down to here. Now here's where we're going to deviate from the lessons. Rachael Walker is having us just sort of stop right here. What we're going to do is we're going to hold Alt again. We're going to drag this left handle right on top of the anchor point, and that'll get rid of it altogether. And we're going to come right back up to the top. And so we've created half of the Batman logo or emblem right here. And one trick in logo design is that if you have something that's symmetrical, you really only have to do half of it. So what we're going to do is switch right here to the pointer tool. You can press a V, same as the move tool in Photopea and Photoshop. And we're going to Command C to copy, or Control C to copy, and then Command V or Control V to paste. So now I've got 2 of these. I can click and I can drag the second one. I'm going to right click on it, transform, flip horizontal, and then I'm going to line it up just like so. So they're side by side. Hold the Shift key to select both, and then I'm going to unite them like so in order to turn it into one compound shape. And now I can play around with the borders. I can make this, let's say like 10 pixels, and then make my fill color, you know, like that Batman yellow. And that's the exercise. Go ahead and complete all of the different exercises in the Rachel Walker series. Thank you, Rachel, for your help with this project.